Hello and welcome to Elvinley Railways. My name's Ian and this channel is devoted to various model railways that I've built and my outdoor railways as well. This is the first video of 2025. I hope you had a good Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. The first video is about my oak gauge layout. The layout's called Hendy and I'll give you some info about it as we go along. So I hope you enjoy this. This was a lockdown project using track and stock that I already had. Pretty much everything else was made from junk. The layout is freelance but is based on the Somerset and Dorset. You may wonder why a Somerset and Dorset layout is called Hendy. Hendy is a Welsh name. My wife's last name is Hendy and we live in Wales. All the signals on the layout are scratch built and they all work using a series of levers under the layout. The benches were made from guitar strings and coffee stirrers. The signal box is based on Shillingston. A little shed, which is based on our garden shed. I use real coal, weathering powders, and Pannier weathering kit for weathering. Most of the locos are by Dapol. I weathered the stock to help it sit in to the surroundings. When I look at the signal box now, it looks really rough, but the whole layout sits well together, so I don't worry too much about it. The coal stage is coffee stirrers and real coal. The debris lying around just by the engine shed is all manner of things that I found, including the tarpaulin, which is the lid off muller rice. The railway was in the May 2021 edition of the Railway Modeller. The summary there pretty much sums it up. Trees were made from natural things that I found, such as moss and various twigs that I found on my walks and in the garden. After a while the moss dried and became very brown, so I added scatter materials and foliage materials and paint as well. Here are my two Sentinels, one with sound and one without. They both have stay alives. They both run very, very well indeed. The green one wasn't weathered by me, but I think it looks excellent. I did weather the wheels, but that was the only bit I did on that one. Flowers in the flower bed were a kit by Bush, I believe, quite fiddly to make. In the undergrowth at the side of the station there's various bits and pieces like an old engine. These were from Merlin's models in Newcastle Emlyn. The brick and stonework were painted by me. When you look at it very closely it's really rough, but it gives the right kind of look overall. The idea was to use as much as possible that I had lying around and to scratch build everything as much as I could. The wall that you can see there is some kind of foam board that you can easily score. It's the sort of gritty blue stuff, and I just scored all the stonework into it. You can just see the water tower behind there. That's just made from card. The layout is meant to be a little preservation line. Although it stops at the station, it's meant to be a through line. It's only really small, about 8 foot long, with a little traverser at the end. Some of the locos have got the sound that they came with, and some of them have got aftermarket sound fitted. Here's a basic plan that I drew up last night to show you what the layout consists of. The Jinty leaves the shed, draws up to the signal. Once the signal's off, he carries on. The auto coach has been fitted with lights and passengers. They were really quite rough O-gauge figures, which I've painted up and tried to improve a little bit, but you can't really see much of them. So thank you so much for watching, and come back for the next video, which I hope to do fairly soon. Goodbye.